Live look over downtown Grand Rapids. Look at that. All the streets are covered in white. The snow coming down. It started a couple hours ago, and it sounds like it'll go pretty much until the sun comes up tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Going to be a fun drive home tonight, and
yeah.
boy, it's going to be messy in the morning, Anthony.
I think so, yes. And Derek, you said it a couple times. You said it at the first weather segment about it snowing until about daybreak. I think that's a pretty good estimate, though. I think as we get towards 3:30, 4:30 in the morning and thereafter, it becomes a much lighter snow. Actually, to be honest with you, right now on this tower cam, if you can see that many locations down at the ground from this aerial shot, certainly it is not heavy snow, but it is coming down at a decent clip at this point. It was heavier when we came to the top of the 11 o'clock show, so we have pulls down just a little bit locally. Big area of low pressure heading northward along the Appalachian Mountain chain, and you'll notice that there is enough mild air out ahead of the track of this low. The low wants to follow this stationary boundary out ahead of it, but there is a period of icing before you get into just plain rain with enough warm air. But on the back side of the system, the northwest flank of a low pressure system, that is the cold side, and it is where we reside this time around. And it seems like the heaviest snow, interestingly enough, has been across West Michigan, as opposed to what the models had been showing over southeast Michigan was where they were supposed to get the heaviest snow, although it is filling in a bit more so now. And you can see these echoes of purple. They pulse up and down. It was a little bit more prominent here within the past half an hour over Grand Rapids. That seems to have shrunk down just a bit, and now picking up the pace down to the south across the I-94 corridor. So we still do have the winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in the same counties I was given to you at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock earlier. Pretty much the same expectation is on the table here. These are snow amounts going forward from where we stand right now, and likely another few inches in Grand Rapids, another maybe 4 inches in Kalamazoo. So I had been talking about 3 to 5 right through GR. I'm still going to stand with that, and more like about 5 to 8 down to the south, though. I think the 7s and 8s may be on the high side for a lot of these locations, maybe more like 6, 6.5, perhaps 7. Kalamazoo over towards Battle Creek, and then southward to Coldwater. Maybe a little bit better chance to get closer to that 7 or 8, as the models have been showing the heaviest snow to fall kind of in this area where my hand is, although that still has to materialize. And it still may, as the upper level energy works on through southern Michigan overnight tonight. Temperatures right around 10, 11 degrees, a north breeze at 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour. So that's knocking wind chills sub-zero at the current time. The day planner for tomorrow at 7 a.m. It's going to be cloudy. We'll still have some very light snow out there. And it will be just accumulating just a little bit because the flakes will be tiny. It won't be snowing too terribly heavy, and it'll be diminishing from there on out. Maybe or not a flurry at midday. Still a fair amount of clouds, and then a few breaks in the clouds I am hopeful can come about through the duration of the afternoon as we take the mercury to 17 degrees. This is the look off the model with a lot of snow on top of us between now and, say, 4 a.m., but thereafter it does lighten up. This is at 4:30 on the timestamp. You go to 5, 6 o'clock, starts to evaporate. Now, I do still think there are going to be flurries and patchy light snow pockets around, even at 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock that the model is not detecting, but the accumulating snow, for the most part, is going to be peeling out of here. Lake effect snow on the other side of the lake. I'll tell you what. Chicago Midway just reported about a foot of snow with the system snow and lake effect from just this morning and afternoon. So they are getting pummeled in Chicago and have been for the last few weeks. So just an interesting pattern. We didn't have much going on November, December, and January, but we've stepped on the gas pedal recently. Still, I don't think we're going to be hitting our average snow and GR for the season after we got behind by about 3+ feet. But nonetheless, we're paying the price here in February. Good news, though, Derek and Janice. So what's the date? The 15th. Tomorrow's the 16th. We got 12 days to meteorological spring. How does that sound, guys? And seeing maybe a little glimmer of hope there at the end of the 7-day. 34 by next Monday.
All right, well, hang on for that glimmer of hope there, Anthony. Thanks. New York Governor Andrew